What's up, guys? Dark J here, and bringing you yet another Miner's Haven video. Today, I'm gonna exercise. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my workout on the treadmill. You know, I'm just gonna kick around a couple of ore. You know, just we're gonna do this the whole video. You know, I'm just gonna walk on a treadmill, and then and then just that's gonna be the whole thing. You know, I'm just kidding, guys. Alright, today I'm going to be showcasing a couple of things first off, and then after I showcase, I'm going to see if I can best explain how to, after reborning, get money back as quick as you can, and hopefully show you a few different things to get you your money back. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, well, as you can tell, my setup's quite a bit different today. I may or may not have reborned about 3 times since my last video. I have a couple of new things that I'd like to showcase, and again, I'm trying to cover all the reborn items so that way people know how to put them in setups, how to use them, and immediately once they get them, say, hey, that's a good item, or hey, that item, not so good for my build or what I want to do. Going over all these reborn items will also give you a good concept of how to get money after reborning. So, the first item I want to showcase today that is new in my setup is way over here in the corner, and that is the Newtonium mine. That's right. The Newtonium mine is... There's no other word to explain this mine except for just epic. Okay, I mean, straight up epic. I mean, this thing, when I put it directly above a furnace, it was putting out ore around 2.3 billion. Anywhere from 1.5 to 3 point something billion. It was averaging around 2.3, 2.5 per ore. I mean, that's base cost. So because of this mine, I was literally able to get rid of the entire front end of my current setup. I mean, literally, all the cursed ore purifiers, all the freon blasters, all gone because there's no point to them anymore. I mean, what's adding 20k to 2.3 billion? I mean, and what is a freon blaster that's cap is 500 million? What is that gonna do for me? Absolutely nothing. So I replaced all of those, just got rid of them, okay? And because the cap's so high, I cut back on the Schrodingers. I literally cut back to, I think, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 regular Schrodingers and then my flaming Schrodinger. Okay, I mean, this thing's so epic. Now, if you also notice, I have it dropping into Big Bertha, and then I do have a replicator here. Now, the replicator is obviously not getting the Big Bertha bonus, but hey, it's extra ore going through the system. I have 2 Big Berthas. Now, I prefer the Big Bertha at the end because it is multiplicative. Remember the whole order of things that we discussed in an earlier video. You start with additive, then you go capped percentage increase, then you go uncapped percentage increase, well, unpredictability in the middle, and then uncapped percentage increase, and then you finalize it with multiplicative. Well, because I have 2 Big Berthas, and you can't use a Big Bertha twice in a setup, but since I have the Tesla resetter, I have 2 Big Berthas, one before and one after. This is just a boost, and as you can see, I'm already at 405 SX. So, it's working for me pretty good. Alright, the second reborn item that I want to go over with you guys today is the Illuminator. Now, this thing is pretty cool. It essentially multiplies, it is a multiplicative effect, so it does go at the end of a setup. Alright, it multiplies the ore by 5, okay? So, when you have the ore into the you know, quadrillions in value, and then you multiply it by 5, you can imagine how it turns out. Now, the one thing with the illuminator is the ore has to be left alone for 5 seconds after going through the illuminator in order for you to get that multiplicative effect. So what I did is placed ramps directly afterwards, and what this does is slow down the speed of the ore. As you can see, it takes time to go up the ramp, then fall, up the ramp, then fall, up the ramp, then fall. Okay, now I put 8 down, and quite literally when it hits the 8th one, all the little Illuminati symbol things are disappearing, okay, before it hits the 8th one. Alright, so 8 is safe. Now 7, possibly okay, but I would recommend 8 just simply because sometimes you can still see it at the tail end of going off the 7th one. In case an ore pushes another ore forward while it's going through the setup, you don't want any ore getting destroyed. So 8 is safe. Okay? Now, I know I've showed you guys that I had the quantum ore cleaner in the past, but I didn't really showcase it, so I'm going to do that in this video as well. The quantum ore cleaner quadruples the value of the ore, so it multiplies it by 4. Okay, so it's slightly less than the illuminator, but still, it's a multiplicative effect. It goes at the end of a setup. Or if you have 2 of them and a Tesla resetter, you can put 1 before, 1 after. Same difference. But you can't use more than 1 of them in the same row without a Tesla resetter. Okay? So this thing's pretty freaking cool. Now, the next item that I want to showcase is the catalyst. I just got this one on my last reborn. It literally does the same exact thing as the quantum ore cleaner, but you can have it with the quantum ore cleaner, so it quadruples just like the quantum ore cleaner. It's literally just a cooler looking quantum ore cleaner. And again, at the end, I have my second Big Bertha because the Tesla resetter makes it so that I can use a second one, which is pretty freaking cool. And then, again, through 4 flaming ore scanners for their multiplicative effect, and into the Dreamer's Fright. And that is my new setup, guys, and I am past reborning, like way past reborning capabilities. So without further ado, my good luck charms watching, and dark magic. You know, I haven't even thought about what I would use dark magic for in a build, but that's gonna be interesting. That'll be something for another time. That's dark magic. I know this is the furnace that has claims ore at. Okay, so this is a click to activate. Points based on state. Wow. Okay. And I know it accepts ore from 3 different entry points, which is also pretty cool. So you can literally have, you know, multiple conveyor setups going into it. So I like that about it. It's actually pretty freaking cool. It looks like it has plates on each side, which the ore will pass through, and depending if you clicked it or not, or activated, it looks like it's remote. So I can use my remote. So I don't have to stand there like the lightning bolt refiner and continue to click it. Alright, so as promised, guys, I'm gonna place out different reborn items, and we'll discuss how you can use those to get you back up to the money. Whoa, what's going on here? That you want. Alright, so wrong one. Here we go. Alright. And then the Nature's Grip. And yes, I have multiples of some of these, which, yeah, is pretty insane, but I honestly like getting different items. Man, I love how that thing just makes a mess everywhere, you know, like it's something. Like seriously, like this will clog your setup. Like you literally have to take an ore pulsar to get rid of the leaves from that thing. Which sure, yeah, it's cool. Okay. And the Illuminator. Illuminati confirmed there with that thing, you know. I mean, you know, the Illuminati must exist, right? Alright. And the Lightning Bolt Refiner. Okay. And we have this. Okay. We have Big Bertha. And okay, this is a reborn item, but this will make you absolutely no money, so we're gonna throw that down anyway, just because it's part of the whole thing. Yeah, Dark Magic brought up a nice thingy there to click. Okay. And then Frozen Justice. Okay, so these are all the reborn items that I have, okay? Now, discussing is, now we were talking about after reborning, how to get back up to money relatively quickly. Now, obviously, the method that I use, and I'll just show you guys this because if you were so lucky enough to get a new bite mine, which yes, it is very rare, and now it's even more rare apparently because of the way that they made drop rates. Watch my money go up with this thing right here. I mean, quite literally, it takes me right up into the quadrillions, and it will take me straight up to 100 quadrillion quickly. And obviously, if with that constantly going in the background now, it will not go any higher than 100 quadrillion in a cell furnace, but you can keep this going like this while you're purchasing stuff for your setup to make more money. Now that's one method, okay? But a lot of you aren't lucky enough to get a new bite mine. So we're gonna go through the items, the reborn items that I have, and see, and I will explain exactly how you can use each one to get you money back after you've reborn. Now, the Quantum Ore Cleaner, okay? Now you can set up, and if you watch my video on, you know, turning trillions into quadrillions, if you had a setup similar to that, okay, even a basic one, put this at the end, and that will allow you to make money 12 times faster. Or, sorry, why did I say 12? 4 times faster than normal, okay? So quite literally, all you got to do is place it at the end of your conveyor setup. This thing is pretty cool. Now, the massive diamond mine. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that this is probably one of the worst money-making items from reborning, but it's actually, you know what, and I'm not going to use Nature's Grip in that. I'm going to use something that you guys will be more likely to get earlier. And that'll be the Sacrificial Cell. So, and I'll show you guys here how much it makes. Okay, you put a Sacrificial Cell. Whoop. Underneath right. Is that where the ore's gonna drop? Right there. Does that look right, guys? Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna watch this and see exactly how much money comes out of here. Okay, and now you'll notice regular diamond mines don't give much, right? 10 trillion. Okay, so literally 10 trillion per drop, and that's in a Sacrificial Cell. Okay? Imagine if you had nature's grip. It's actually, these massive diamond mines are not bad, guys. They're really not. And if anything, they can at least get you a boost in funds. The massive diamond mine can get you a boost in funds to start building a setup that will net you good money. Okay. Now, moving on. Nature's grip. Now, obviously, if you have a nature's grip, you're gonna make money. Okay. Now, if you had a massive diamond mine and nature's grip, that's pretty good. The only thing is that the ore going into the nature's grip. Here, we'll bring up the thing here. The ore going into the nature's grip has to be over $1,000 for you to make good return off of it. Now, things that are good for the massive, or for nature's grip, are the massive diamond mine, the painite or higher. So painite mine or higher, might even actually be able to go a little bit lower than painite. The painite, I know, puts out more than 1,000. Okay, let's look at bismuth here. And actually, we'll look. Nope, osmium's not gonna work. I already know that won't. So, alright, so let's look up the bismuth mine here and see how well this will do in a nature's grip. Now, where did it go? Seriously, where'd it go? Oh, you guys are probably looking at your screen like, it's right there, dummy. Okay, it's right here. It literally was right there, too. Alright, first I'm going to place this here, and I'm going to put a regular furnace underneath it, and we'll check the value. Now, the ore itself is 1.25k, so it is higher than 1,000, so this mine or higher, bismuth or higher, will get the full multiplicative effect of the nature's grip. So, if you happen to get a nature's grip, I just happen to have another one, so I don't have to uproot that other one there. Oops, I think I put that way too close. F. Okay, there we go. Then we will see 50. Hold on. Come on. 250 billion. So even this will net you a decent amount of money to start off, so you can just start building something to make you even more cash. Okay. Now moving on to the Dreamer's Fright. Okay. Now, to test this here, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to put down. I'm going to put down a few of these. I don't know why. I just love the shielded conveyors guide. It's mostly because, well, the stupid. Really? Okay, hold on. I need to put something down real quick. There we go. Now! Now we can test this. Okay, so, the Dreamer's Fright. Alright. Now we're gonna take that. Now we seen, actually, you know what? We'll do this. Now we seen this was 1.25k by itself, just going into a basic furnace. So let's see how much it nets going into the Dreamer's Fright, and you can see the multiplicative value in action. I can't see it. Okay. I can't tell. Alright, well, since I can't... Okay. Alright, so 108k. Okay, 38.7k. Alright, so apparently it randomizes how much money it's gonna get net you, which is definitely odd. Somebody had told me that they thought that it did that. The wiki itself states that it gives 45 times the value, and that let me pull up the wiki here so that I can see for sure exactly what it says. Miner's Haven, Dreamer's Fright, and the wiki states Dreamer's Fright is one of the most random items in Miner's Haven. It can multiply ore's value anywhere from 1x to 45x. Okay, so making it the third most powerful mine in the game. Okay, alright, so even this can net you money. You know, if you have a good setup or even a decent setup feeding into it, it can quite literally, you know, fluctuate, but the output on it's going to get you decent numbers, especially if you have good multiplicative effects or if you have another reborn item or so. Alright, so moving on. The Tesla Resetter. This item is, in my opinion, hands down the best conveyor item in the game, and the reason being, and I've explained this before, is because it allows you to double up on things that are uncapped percentage increase items and multiplicative effect items. So if you have, you know, the professional upgraders or the portable upgraders or the orbital upgraders, or I mean there's a whole list of things that you can double up on. So if you have one of these, you make a normal setup, but instead of putting a furnace at the end of it, put the Tesla Resetter, and then double up on all of your uncapped upgraders and any items that you have, and put a crap ton. But make sure you save all your multiplicative items for the end prior to your furnace, and this will literally double to quadruple the amount of money that you're making from your setup. I mean, this item is just amazing. So this, by hands down, is one of the best ways to get your money back after reborning. This item, the Tesla Resetter, is just, it's amazing. Alright, so moving on. Now say you happen to reborn the first time and you get Big Bertha. Okay, Big Bertha is pretty cool, and I've showed you guys multiple setups on my site now with Big Bertha in it. At the end, and now the reason I say I put it at the end of the setup is because the Big Bertha multiplies whatever ore goes in it by 12. Its multiplicative effect is almost that of a furnace. It's better than a lot of beginning game or mid game furnaces. I mean, as far as multiplicative effect goes, and then you could, and it's not even a furnace. You put this before a furnace. So if you want to get your money back and you get a Big Bertha, put an ore cannon and fling that ore right through it, surround it with teleporters, and put a teleporter receiver right before the ore cannon, so that way the ores can get a second chance to fling right through it. And this would go before your advanced ore scanners or before your flaming ore scanners, if you are able to get those, which go directly before your oven or your furnace. Okay, now this one I just got, so I haven't been able to really mess around with it. But considering that dark magic is remote controlled, yep, the crystals light up. So when you activate it here, it multiplies the ore by 45. Okay, hands down, that is amazing as long as it's activated. So say, do you know what this would be perfect for? A loop setup. Okay, so say you're running a loop, you know what I'm saying, a self-efficient loop. Say you get something like Big Bad Blaster, or you just want to run a loop with cursed ore purifiers, or you know, anything that will increase the value of the ore. When you're done with the loop and you switch it over, and I did make a video on loops too, so you can go back and check that. And when you switch it over, activate this while the ore is going into it, and this is almost, actually the effect from it is almost as good as the Sunken Pass, which multiplies the ore by 50, but takes 10 billion away first. So this is pretty cool, and this could definitely help you get money back quick too, because it is better than any furnace that, you know, I mean look at the furnaces that you can buy in game here. I mean, even a black hole only gives 25 times the value. Okay, so I mean, this is quite literally, I mean, 15 times, you know, I mean, the amount of money that it would take to get these anyway is ridiculous. So this is cool. This is really cool. Good item. The lightning bolt refiner. This is another thing that is good for loops. You can make a loop, put this in it, spam the button the whole time it's going through the loop. On the side here to activate it, as you click the button, it lights up the panel right here, and there's no limit on how many times the ore can go through this thing and get upgraded by it. Just keep clicking that button and let the ore keep going through it, go through cursed ore purifiers or whatever else you have set up in that loop, and then when you're ready to release it, make good money. So if you get this on Reborn, that will also help you get money fast. The Flaming Schrodinger. Everybody that makes conveyor setups mostly uses Schrodinger's, and the reason is because they're the chance of the high multiplicative effect that you want to get from them. From what I understand, the Flaming Schrodinger's effects are more dramatic than a regular Schrodinger. So if you got this instantly, that's already a big item to put into your conveyor setup off rip, which will help you make even more money right off rip. So Flaming Schrodinger, awesome. It's basically a better Schrodinger without having to spend the 1.4 quadrillion to get to. So literally you can be making, you know, trillions to quadrillions right off rip without, you know, having to buy a bunch of stuff to get there. Now, the Ore Illuminator. This is something that if you get this on your Reborn and you're trying to get your money back after getting something like this, place this near the end of your setup after you've done a full conveyor build, and let this go with the 8 ramps that I showed you guys, and it'll multiply the base value. So you've built up the base value of that ore prior to this, and then it will take that whole base value and multiply it by 5. So I mean, this here is going to quintuple the amount of money that you're making back immediately. I mean, you know what I'm saying? These Reborn items are meant to get you back into good money quickly, so use them well. I mean, none of these items are bad, okay? There's only one item that is not gonna make you money, guys. If you get a Newtonian mine, if you're lucky enough to get a Newtonian mine right off rip, this thing out the door is like better than a new bite. I mean, you put this on any conveyor setup and you are making minimum. The minimum you're making is billions, okay? And if you're making, and with a full complex setup, you're only making billions, then something is not set up right. You should be making anywhere from trillions to quadrillions with even the most basic of basic setups and some multipliers. I mean, trillions to quadrillions just with this mine. I mean, literally, it is insane. Okay, he's funny. He's asking me how much time it takes to rebirth while I'm doing a video on reporting quick. Honestly, guys, as of prior to today, you know, I've been holding off on reborning because I've been trying to show a lot of things on camera, but it can take me anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, 2 hours at the most. Okay, because quite literally, as you can see, I've got a good collection of Reborn items, and I try to find a way to use each and every one of them in a setup, and that's how you get your money back. I mean, you know, the first Reborn is the hardest, I'm not gonna lie, okay? It is, but after the first Reborn, then you can you get one item and you've just got a boost. Now you get 2 items, you just got an even bigger boost. I mean, it's crazy. The catalyst. If you get a catalyst after reborn, just like the quantum ore cleaner, use it near the end of your setup, instantly you are quadrupling the amount of money that you're making back that you would have before your first reborn. Okay, the frozen justice. The frozen justice is sweet. Only thing is you got to make sure that you put a portable flamethrower right before the frozen justice. Okay, and if you have a Schrodinger, or as soon as you get a Schrodinger, make sure that's in line somewhere so that way the ores going into it have a chance to be blessed by a Schrodinger and are on fire. If you get a frozen justice, this will also immediately give you a good boost, because just putting the flamethrower in front of it, say you don't even have Schrodingers or anything, you just get the frozen justice, get a portable flamethrower, and this thing is multiplying by, let's get our facts 100% straight here. I want to say 18 times the value. Okay, Miners Haven Frozen Justice. Yes. Okay, if it is on fire, it is processed at 18 times the value. Now, that's awesome. Comparatively to the other furnaces that you get, guys. Okay, say, you know, if you get good enough to get this is only 7 times the value. Okay, 18. I mean, that's better than the Dream Maker. That's better than the Shrine of Penance, which is only 15. The Frozen Justice is above all of these. Okay, it is not better than the Black Hole, but if it's blessed by a Schrodinger, then it is better than the Black Hole. So, Frozen Justice can also make you money back quickly. Now, the only item from reborning that you can get that will not give you anything is this. But it will help you get crates quicker. So, I mean, that's a thing. I'm not sure why this is a reborn item. But hey, if you want to get them crates and, you know what I'm saying, quicker and faster, then you could use it to go crate hunting and survive those explosions and zombies and zwombies and stuff. And hopefully get yourself something like a new bite or a radium mine, or even a industrial rainbow mine. You know what I'm saying? These mines, like the industrial rainbow mine, gives anywhere from 100 to 10k worth of ore every time coal hits it, okay? And you can pump out coal pretty fast for really cheap. I mean, this is like early game, you can pump out coal really quick. And the better the cell that you have this hooked to, obviously, the more money you're going to make back quickly with this. It may not seem quick considering that your next reborn will be 50 quintillion. But trust me, this will get you money so you can start building a setup to get there. Alright? Now, I hope breaking everything down like this for you guys has its benefits, and you guys can take this knowledge and use it so that when you go to reborn, directly after reborn, you can take whatever item you get and make money back quickly, so that way you can get back to your next reborn. And, you know, like I said, it gets easier every time you reborn, because every time you get one of these awesome items, it just increases your cash flow exponentially. And like I said, the only item that would really suck for first reborn would be the Righteous Will. So other than that, guys, I hope you liked this video. If it was helpful to you, then hit that like button, comment, subscribe, tell other people that I'm out there. Oh, and I have, again, this is the second time I'm mentioning this on a video. I know our Dark J Gaming group is starting to grow a little bit. That's awesome. I like seeing members in there. That is cool. Tell your friends that play Roblox to get in on that group. Tell them to buy the t-shirts. I put a couple of more shirts up there, a couple of more t-shirts and things up there, so you have a bigger selection to choose from. So go check those out. Now, the money, the Roblox earned from those, I am not keeping that Roblox. Those Roblox are going into the group funding account, and what I plan on doing is when we get to a certain goal marker, I'm going to do, well, granted, as soon as Roblox fixes their crowd pay system, which right now it's kind of broken, but they are working on fixing it. They said they were working on fixing it. As soon as we get up a good amount of Robux in there from selling these items, guys, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Okay, and I will explain the details of that giveaway in a future video. And when we do it, the winner of that will get Robux, and it will be however much we've accumulated. So if we accumulate 50 Robux and I decide to do it at the 50 mark, then the winner of the contest will get 50 Robux. If it's 100, it'll be 100. Okay, but the more followers we get, the higher that pot will be. So let people know that I'm out there, show on my channel, and hopefully, honestly, guys, it's not so much about getting more people, but helping more people. So let them know that I'm here and that I'm here to help. Okay, and as always, guys, stay awesome. I'm Dark J, and I'm out.